Dear students of class 8A and 8B, welcome to my class. I am going to teach you lesson 5. Already teaching is completed. Just I am going to revise the lesson. I am going to re-explain the content of the lesson. The content of the lesson. Lesson 5, the content of the lesson. The American Civil War. The American Civil War was taken place in between two states of America, the northern states and the southern states. Once upon a time, America was under the hands of British rule. The British had established 18 colonies in America, and they were ruling the American people. The Americans had no dignity, no honor in the country. They were forced to pay taxes. The British government was increasing taxes, but they had no share in the British Parliament as a member. It harmed the sentiments of American people. That's why under the leadership of George Washington, they fought against the British Army and defeated them, and America became an independent country, and George Washington became its first president. Then the Civil War in America was taken place in between the northern and southern states. Now, why is it? The northern state was an industrialist country, industrialist state. A number of industrial industries, a number of factories were there. People led a very modern lifestyle because of their earnings, huge earnings, and most of the people were happy, led a very prosperous life, and there was no inequality among them. On the contrary, the southern states depended on plantations. They had no education, they had no culture. That's why they practiced slavery, means cheap labor. Since agricultural lands were cultivated by the cheap laborers, means slaves, that's why they had no honor, they had no dignity. They were forced to provide labor there. So southern states had been practicing the slavery, and hence the southern states practice of slavery, this act of misery, also forced the northern states to declare a war against the southern states. Besides, another reasons also were there behind the reason of war. The northern states, whose administration was under their control on being independent, America as an independent country, northern states had the administrative control over America. That's why northern states decided to impose high amount of tariffs on foreign goods. So foreign goods which were purchased by southern states, its prices also were increased. And not the southern states supplied its raw materials to the foreign countries, to the European countries, and for exchange, and in exchange for their raw materials, they purchase foreign goods. In exchange for their raw materials, they imported to the European country. They exported to the European countries. So they exported raw materials to European countries and imported foreign goods from the European countries. So the northern states increase high amount of tariffs, impose high amount of tariffs on the foreign goods. Naturally, the prices of foreign goods also had become also had increased, and this also resulted in contradiction, confrontation between northern and southern states. Moreover, the northern states decided to abolish slavery from southern states. But the southern states did not want to abolish slavery since they had to depend on slave laborers because so many masters were there, landowners were there, who were totally dependent on cheap laborers for better earning, better income. That's why they did not want to abolish slavery from southern states. That's why a war was inevitable between the two states. So Abraham Lincoln became the 16th president of northern states, and on being the president of northern states, he decided to abolish slavery from southern states, and it was due to that reason he declared war against southern states. Meanwhile, southern states, seceded from American Union in order to strengthen its power, its unity, because some states also seceded from Union and joined the Confederate States under the leadership of Jefferson Davis, and ultimately Jefferson Davis became the president of southern states. And so the war was also taken place between southern and northern states, but in the war which was held at Gettysburg, a native place for the slaves, both the two states fought against each other, and northern states defeated the southern states, and so the Confederate army was defeated at the hands of the Union army under the leadership of Abraham Lincoln and Jefferson Davis. Jefferson Davis had to consider defeat. Afterwards, the economy of southern states also was destroyed. The cities of southern states also was collapsed and destroyed. Its total economy also was destroyed. So Abraham Lincoln, at the end of the Civil War and after its victory, Abraham Lincoln assured the Americans of Africa, southern states, that he would rebuild the cities, he would reconstruct the economy of southern states. He also took developmental program by sanctioning a huge amount of money for the growth and development of southern states. But in the meantime, northern states, as the president of northern states, Abraham Lincoln, was assassinated, and then his successors also took a program which was adopted by Abraham Lincoln. President Lincoln recognized the program to be followed, and so the successors of Abraham Lincoln, they also followed the program, the Reconstruction period, and during the Reconstruction period, which was continued for a term of 10 years under the successors of Abraham Lincoln, reconstructed the economy of southern states and removed all kinds of problems from southern states, and southern state also was able to regain its former glory and image, and practice of slavery was declared illegal. All the slaves, the African, Americans who were forced to provide labor in agricultural lands under their masters, they all came out of their restricted and cursed life, and they were given citizenship, and slavery was totally abolished. And then the people of America, they all got themselves united under the successors of Abraham Lincoln, and America became the new name of America was the USA. It means the United States of America, and it was the amendment of the Constitution of America also was amended. The first and foremost point was there, that was no one would secede from the Union, and everyone would have equal facilities. No one would be treated unequally. Everywhere, the people of America would be treated equally. So this marked the beginning of a new era. America had become a global power throughout the world, and so the people of America not only but also the other parts, they also established trading relationship with America, and America's economy also became a very became encouraging, and so the other small states who were there, they also followed the pathway of America, and afterwards the uh, American people developed in the field of education. They developed in the field of in the field of science. Everywhere there was a remarkable progress in America, and industrial growth in the field of industry, in the field of educational growth, in the field of scientific growth. Everywhere America proved herself to be the global power, and establish international relationship and brotherhood with other countries of the world. Up to this, my dear students, if you have any problem, any difficulty, you let me know. I shall help you as far as possible. Next day, a new lesson I shall introduce you. Thank you.